Hey everybody, it's just me just doing another video today. This is just going to be a quick video, or it might be a little stretched out more because I got a lot of stuff to talk about in this video. This is going to be a wrestling video, getting away from what I was talking, like, because the last two videos were about sports. This was originally supposed to be a video response to MB Wrestler where he was talking about Gail Kim and how she wasn't being used right. It was like a rant, but this is going to be my whole video as its own. I'll talk about the other stuff later, but about before that it has something to do unrelated to the video. But getting to this video, like I said, this is a video on itself, like on its own as itself. This is just going to be me talking about or giving my thoughts about the WWE misusing Gail Kim in the WWE. Now, really, Gail Kim is a good wrestler, and I just feel that she shouldn't be used the way she's been used. I don't like the way the WWE's been using her as of late, and since she's been in the WWE, like when she made her debut, she had her first matchup and she won matches, and then all of a sudden she started losing matches, and it just makes me wonder that if the WWE has some sort of a bitterness towards wrestlers who left to go to TNA, to go right only to return and go to the WWE. I just feel that the WWE just has a bitterness to wrestlers like that who were in TNA, and they just hold grudges like that. And that's pretty much what I feel the WWE is doing with Gail Kim, is that they just have a real grudge for Gail Kim turning their back on her and going to TNA. And I feel the WWE is just, I guess, using her the way they are to just sort of punish her. But in my opinion, that's just not the right way to do that. I mean, when Gail Kim first came into the WWE, I thought, hey, this was a good move, although it had something to do with her wanting more money. We already know that. But when I saw that Gail Kim came to the WWE just for the money, and yeah, for the more money, just to go to the WWE for more money, I thought, hey, Gail Kim kind of made a bad mistake, because she was getting pushed, she was getting used right in TNA. But at the same time, the WWE might fix the mistakes during her last run in the WWE, and they might push her and have her focus in the WWE's Divas division. But boy, was I wrong. Like I said, as when she stepped into the WWE, she hasn't been used right at all. She's been in bikini contests. Well, if you've seen Raw, they had a 6-woman bikini matchup, and in my opinion, I felt Gail Kim should have been used right and not used like that, but WWE decided to use her like that. She's been winning and losing matches lately, sort of like what R-Truth has been going through, and she just hasn't been used right. She hasn't been getting title matches. She hasn't been put in the title contention. She hasn't been focused on when it comes to storyline wise, and it just makes me wonder why. It just makes me think that Gail Kim just made a bad decision by jumping to the WWE, because really she's just not being used right. Many people will say, "Oh, she's just starting to find her way in there." That's just total BS. She should have at least been pushed into the WWE the women's title scene a long time ago when she first made her debut, but no, she hasn't. She's just been floundering, jobbing to girls who really don't have no talent, jobbing to girls who really shouldn't have the belt on them in the first place. And really, it's just a shame. Is she could have been one of the main focus in a really bad women's division, where the only good women wrestlers you have in the women's division are Melina, who she's always putting on good. She's starting to improve. Let's see, Mickey James, Beth Phoenix, who hasn't been used right. She's been on TV, then hasn't been on TV, then she's been in a managerial role, and it makes me wonder what the hell is she doing? And then of course you have other divas, and really Gail Kim could have been the other main focus, but like I said, WWE's not using her right, but we'll have to wait and see this month how the WWE uses her. But really, I just feel Gail Kim should just go back to TNA if these next couple months she's being used the same way, or being used like eye candy, even though the WWE said they'd get away from the bikini stuff and all that other stuff. really she should just go back to TNA if she's not going to be used the right way in these next couple weeks, because really she's just too talented. And yeah, she's too talented, too good of a worker to not be used right, and she's Canadian as well. And like MB Wrestler said in this video, Canadian wrestlers always bring it in the ring. They always give 100% in the ring, and they always do their best to make the match look good. And like another Canadian, Natalia Neihart, if she is Canadian, in my opinion, she should be used right as well. But that's another video for another time. But yeah, I just feel that Gail Kim should just be used to her full potential, be the main focus in the WWE's Divas division, and at least get a title run, some sort of a title run. But apparently she hasn't been getting that, so we'll just have to wait these next couple months to see what the WWE does with her, or if they're going to put the title on her these next couple months, these next couple weeks. But in my opinion, that's probably not going to happen. So I just feel what's best for her is to just go right back to TNA and be one of the main focuses on the Knockouts division, which is kind of improving now that you got Tara and other knockouts who sort of made their debut and sort of putting on good matches. She should just sort of make her name and be one of the focuses on that division again. So that's pretty much just my thoughts on that. And moving over to the next topic, R-Truth and MVP. What the hell's happened to these two guys? These two guys were sort of getting a push the last couple weeks. They've been sort of getting pushed these last couple weeks, with R-Truth having matches against Edge and having matches against Chris Jericho, being a part of tag team matches with the Great Khali, and winning his tag team matches, and then sort of being focused on more. But as of late, if you saw SmackDown last week or the week before, he's just been treated like a joke. Hasn't been put on TV, or just been sort of like a comedy. I don't know what a comedy act. I really don't know what the WWE's doing with him. Or I guess they're going to have him do some sort of a lame gimmick, which really they should just have him be what he is, be himself. But apparently, I guess the WWE felt his act was growing stale, so they're going to have him do some stupid gimmick, which won't get him over at all, because many people liked his gimmick, his rapper gimmick, or his real gimmick. They liked that real gimmick, and that's what got him over. The crowd was into him. They liked his wrestling ability. He was good on the mic, and now we're gonna get some joke of a character. In my opinion, we really don't need this new R-Truth character that the WWE is gonna throw at us. Really, what we need is the R-Truth that I said. This guy needs to get pushed more. This guy needs to be thrown in the Intercontinental title mix along with Rey Mysterio and Chris Jericho, because I believe this guy can put on some good IC title matches with Rey Mysterio, and then of course some matches with Chris Jericho and other guys in the IC title division. I feel this guy should just get pushed up there in that division and get pushed a little bit more than what he's been getting, but apparently he's not. WWE just seems to like what I was gonna mention about Gail Kim. They just want to punish him because he's a TNA wrestler, like they're doing with Gail Kim, and that's just not right, because these wrestlers don't deserve to get punished. I guess if the WWE's doing this, they don't deserve to get punished like they've been getting punished, because these wrestlers are talented. They always bring in 100%. They're good workers. They always show up. They're not lazy like many wrestlers like Batista or other wrestlers like that. They'll always bring it in the ring, and they'll do whatever you want them to do. And that's what I feel that with R-Truth and Gail Kim. And then moving over to MVP, what the hell happened to MVP's push? It seemed like when he dropped the US title, it seemed like he was getting pushed, and he was going to get pushed to a WWE title program with Randy Orton, or at least be in the title picture. But I don't know what the hell's happened to this guy. I guess the WWE said we're gonna de-push him now because the fans aren't interested. But if the WWE would just learn from what happened last week, the whole reason why the fans aren't interested in him is because you had the guy go on a 12-month losing streak. So what do you expect from the fans? They're not gonna care about the guy because the guy went on a 12-month losing streak. had him, you jobbed him to Triple H when he was on that losing streak. You jobbed him to Kung Fu Funaki, and then you jobbed him to Jack Swagger. So of course, what are we gonna think of